I'm Tim from Tactics, and this is the Samba ADV from Adidas.
What up, this is Kyle from Tactics Boardshop. Today we are wear testing the Samba ADV from Adidas Skateboarding. So I've been skating these for about 3 weeks now, and when I first got them, I kind of had like a different range of emotions. I was really hyped on the look of the T-toe. It definitely felt a little stiff back here in the heel area, but in the toe area it was actually pretty soft.
The sole was really stiff at first when I started wearing the shoe. It was really tough and rigid, but it took only a couple sessions to really break it in so you could feel your board and feel comfortable doing flip tricks and really just feeling your skateboard.
When I first put them on, they were really tight, but I like it because my foot's narrow. And if I compare it to any other shoe, it would be the Dorado Boost.
Yeah, these are the first pair of Adidas that I've ever skated in. Definitely feel like I'm about to kick the soccer ball around with the boys when I'm wearing these. Yeah, these shoes right out of the box, super comfy. They hug the arch of your foot. It almost feels like it was formed for your foot. The high heel cup here definitely holds your foot in, super solid. No chance you're gonna be popping the heel out when these break in and pack out a little bit more.
So one thing I really liked about this shoe was I felt like it had a really good flick, despite having, it's mainly a leather shoe right here, but this suede thing right here, I feel like makes it skate just like a normal suede shoe.
My favorite thing about the shoe was the heel and how it was kind of more blocky and rigid, and it actually made my heel flip tricks a lot easier.
I think my favorite thing about these though by far is definitely this tongue. It's super stitched down in there, so this thing doesn't move at all. The entire time I skated, I don't feel like I ever had to once adjust my tongue, which really bugs me about other shoes. Especially, I've been skating the match courts a lot lately and stuff, where the tongue's just always getting sideways. That always drives me nuts. And this is really nice, really comfortable. That's the thing about these shoes is just for walking around. These were super, super comfortable. I really like the fit of these a lot. The insole on it is really thin, but it is removable. You get it out. It's just a really thin, kind of basic insole, same as you'll see in most Adidas shoes. But I don't jump down a ton of stuff, but I did feel things were when you land hard on your heel, definitely that heel absorbed a lot of impact and felt really good.
The cupsole in these shoes felt really supportive, even after breaking in. So if you're trying to jump down things, it'll offer you a lot of support. So I've been skating these shoes for about 2 weeks, and as you can see, the stitching broke and we got a hole here. When I first looked at the shoe and saw where the stitching was, I was thinking that the leather would go all the way to the bottom and the suede was just sitting on top, but it wasn't. They're just kind of connected at the stitching, and so when the stitching finally blew, it just made a big old hole. I first started to notice it ripping after the first couple days, but I do a lot of flat ground tricks. We just do a lot of flip tricks when we're rolling around in the warehouse at Tactics. You can see that the laces are pretty high up, but I still ended up breaking a few laces. I broke a couple on the front, and then I broke a couple up here doing heel flips, so I just tied this one a couple times, but it wasn't too much of an issue.
All in all, it's a pretty solid shoe. Definitely, I think you sacrifice a little bit of durability here with this kind of thing flopping down on you. But if you don't do just constant flat ground all the time, really good shoe to look into. Maybe if you like to skate a lot of ledges, maybe like to hit some rails jumping down stuff, but aren't just flat ground is your main game, maybe look into something slightly more durable like the Suchu. But if you like just a little bit of heel protection, really good shoe to look into. For someone like me that's really low impact, I skate a lot of transition, it's maybe just a little thick for my preference. I prefer, maybe the Lucas Premier or the Match Court, but if you want that heel protection, definitely a good option to look into with still having really good board feel here in kind of your forefoot area.
Once again, guys, this is Danny with Tactics Boardshop, here talking to you today about the Adidas Samba skate shoe. If you have any comments or questions about these, go ahead and leave them in the box below. And if you want to pick up a pair for yourself, go to tactics.com and they will hook you up.